All right, story number three. So we've been talking quite a bit about Drake's defamation lawsuit against UMG, which he filed last week. And a lot of the discussions around this have been, what are the ramifications if Drake wins? You know, this is an attack on free speech. Our record label is going to start curbing the type of music they're willing to put out. Our legal department's going to advise artists to stop having rap battles. Will songs made in a rap battle or diss tracks cease to be distributed by major record labels? All of this is all bad. Like, you shouldn't be thinking about this kind of stuff, right? I personally think, anyway, I'm a free speech guy. You know, now I understand that free speech doesn't come without consequences. One second applause for consequences. But I think that competition's at the core of hip hop. It's at the core of rap music. And it's really the thing, in my opinion, that separates competition, not necessarily diss tracks, rap music and hip hop from other genres, you know? And so that energy of competition at the core of it is fundamental to this thing of ours. And here comes Drake. I lost. I'm a sue. I'm gonna sue. Right, shout out to Jason Martin. So, you know, it's all very self-serving in my opinion. But Drake is no longer the only defamation suit coming from a superstar artist. Right? So, Chris Brown is suing Warner Brothers for $500 million over defamation. Okay, so here is TMZ. They were the first ones to report it. Chris Brown is suing the producers behind Investigation Discovery's Chris Brown, A History of Violence docuseries, alleging the project was full of straight-up lies. Sounds like Drake so far. Let's see what happens. In a new court documents obtained by TMZ, the singer accuses Warner Brothers, Discovery, Ample, and other individuals behind the series of promoting and publishing defamatory claims against him, even after allegedly being provided with proof that their narrative was false. Okay, so that's different. Right, that's different. What it sounds like is that this documentary was being made and Chris Brown provided information while it was still being made that some of the stuff was false. Okay. Not only does Brown state that Jane Doe at the center of the docuseries has been repeatedly discredited, but he highlights he has never been found guilty of any S-related crime, slamming the docuseries for labeling him a serial R and an S abuser. He claims they based the docuseries largely on the lawsuit Jane Doe brought against him, adding she later withdrew the suit because it was full of lies. So that's already a bit different, right? Drake is arguing that UMG should have stopped the release of Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, right? But he's not saying that UMG knew, he's not saying that UMG was part of the creation process of that, right? And he's not saying that he notified UMG while the song was being created that the stuff that's going to be in this song are false. He's not saying that. That's what Chris Brown is saying. He claims they based the docuseries largely on a lawsuit Jane Doe brought against him, adding she later withdrew the suit because it was full of lies. Brown says the producers and the Jane Doe chose to disregard the fact in order to defame him and his reputation, which he says he spent over a decade repairing. The singer claims he's taken accountability for his past mistakes, including the physical assault on ex-girlfriend Rihanna, and has grown from them, and slams A History of Violence producers for pushing an old narrative in the name of fame and fortune. Brown says he's been directly impacted by the docuseries as it's taken a toll on his reputation, career, and business opportunities, so he's seeking $500 million in damages, which he partly plans to donate to victims of S abuse if awarded. 1 second applause. So that's how TMZ reported it. TMZ broke the stories. Big shout out to Trent Clark here. Trent actually interviewed the lawyer. He actually talked to the lawyer, Chris Brown's lawyer. And so here's a clip of what he had to say. Let's take a look.
We know that there's always going to be some women, some men out there that try to take advantage of these celebrities and try to exploit them and try to make money off them. There's lots of them. Where this could be stopped and where the responsibility has to lie is with people like Warner Brothers. when you have giant companies with all of these smart people that are in there making these decisions, and the decision is we're going to take this one girl who's been completely discredited story and protect her identity and treat her like a victim and put this out there for the public eye, and we're going to smash these celebrities and we're going to throw them under the bus and we're going to ruin their life because it will make Warner Brothers a little bit more money. That's not right. And
That's not right. That's not right. 1 second applause. Now, I'm not someone who believes that celebrity makes people absolved of any crimes that they commit. If anything, I generally think it's the opposite. I'm not saying you're a criminal because you're a celebrity. I'm saying celebrity tends to help people get away with things in a different kind of capacity. But, from what this filing is talking about, this person has been discredited previously. She tried to sue, and the case was thrown out previously. Chris Brown hasn't been convicted of any of the allegations in here away from Rihanna. So for Warner to know this movie was being made while it was being made, if that's the case, I mean, perhaps the movie was made and Warner saw it, decided to distribute it. It's a completely different arm of Warner Brothers. It's not, Chris Brown's on the music side. This is something that's coming from a totally different division within Warner. But they're still on the hook for this, so, or at least they still bear the responsibility since they were the ones who aired this docuseries.
that's not good. And I'll just say it right here. Shame on you, Warner Brothers. Shame on you, big companies, for doing this to people's lives. Because at the end of the day, people are more important than companies. Every single person in this country, from the lowliest to whoever you think is on the top, is more important than the biggest companies in this country.
Well, in this country, corporations are people. So it's really a different type of person, legally speaking. Now, that's one of the amendments I think needs to change. If Jay Hunt, if the company man was president for a day, that corporations are people might be the first thing to go. That would go very quickly because it absolves people of responsibility for malicious acts.
Again, for people to continue to profit off of his name and at the same time hurt his name is ridiculous. So the producer, the director, the people involved, the distribution company, the folks that show it, all of them need to be held responsible so they'll quit doing this to Chris. Secondly, I think the message he wants to get out strongly is after 15 years of just kind of laying down and trying to take it and apologizing, he's tired. He's tired. People keep coming after him and exploiting him, exploiting his name, exploiting his talent, exploiting his brand for these cheesy documentaries, and he's done with it. He's going to do something about it. Chris has apologized and sought treatment and paid thoroughly for the terrible things that happened with Rihanna. He's a new guy. It's a new time, and he's trying to move forward to basically be the Chris Brown that the world deserves.
Word up. So that is Chris Brown's lawyer, explaining where Chris is coming from with this lawsuit. Again, it's a defamation case. It's a superstar artist suing the company that owns his record label, essentially. But there are differences between this case and what Drake is doing. Let me know what you guys think about all of this, and if you've been following this this week in any capacity, what you think about it, and if you think Chris Brown has a case. My name is Justin Hunt. Like and subscribe to the channel. Follow the company man on everything. It's all happening.
Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. The mathematical breakdown of this mighty game of rap we in. It's boom dapping. Systematical culture views that's radical, it's all happening. Shaking hands and dapping it. Life through the lens of hip hop, from trip hop to yes, dog, you don't stop, you don't stop. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening.